Hey, today we got a rear bumper installation for you.
Yeah, so last week we installed the front Go Rhino bumper, and this is the matching rear one. So I'm gonna put that in. We're gonna add in some rigid pod lights, just some floodlights for the rear, and hopefully it'll be a nice little fit for what we have going on with the Jeep right now. So we're gonna start installation. First, we have to take everything apart, and I think that actually the hardest part of this entire thing is gonna be taking off the spare tire, because what do we say it weighs? It's like 140 pounds.
It's a big boy.
So let's get to it.
Do it.
All right, so we got to start off by taking off the third brake light, and the camera assembly should be left in there. Just unplugs in here. And tuck that wire back there so it doesn't get in the way. All right.
Now for the fun part.
This is definitely the fun part. So my idea, I have this bucket toolbox, is to get it onto the toolbox and hopefully not have to take it off, because height-wise, it's basically exactly where we're going to need it to be when we bring it back.
So a lot of people I've seen use jacks and some sort of like a block system. So if you need that's an option.
Yeah, if it's a smaller wheel, because I have a 20-inch wheels, 38-inch tires, and both of those combined weigh a lot. I don't want to have to worry about lifting it even onto a jack or anything. So we're going to try to tilt it onto this thing and then just roll it back. Keep it on there. All right, so we are under the Jeep now. The first thing you want to do is disconnect the harness on the driver's side. Comes out pretty easy. And then we have a bunch of bolts that we have to take out. All right, first up, we remove the plastic end caps off of each side. It's 3 screws using an 8mm socket. All right, one side done. We'll go do the same thing on the other side. All right, now that those are gone, the next step is these 2 side support bolts, or the bolts that are holding the side support bracket. All right, once those are done, we are removing the 2 bolts. Just try and get into the frame. Removing the 2 bolts that are securing the bumper to the frame. Or the 2 nuts, I guess. And I don't think you can get a power tool in there.
Nope.
So we're gonna do this one by hand.
Now we're gonna do the same thing to the other side, and we'll be right back.
With those bolts removed, there are only 2 bolts left holding the bumper in place. This one right here, and that one right there. So let's get them out, and then the bumper should slide off.
So something the instructions failed to mention, the support bracket that we disconnected over there, we also have to completely take it off by taking these 2 bolts out, and that's on both sides, in order to remove the bumper. And now we can pull the bumper off.
All right, everything is disconnected. It should come right off. Hang on, there's something hooked in terms of wiring.
Oh, is it on Christmas trees?
Oh yeah, the harnesses. There are 2 Christmas trees here that connect the wiring harness. So with the bumper off, the last thing that we have to take off is the hook. And on the passenger side, we have to remove this bracket.
So on the driver's side, there was also the same bracket, but it came off with a hook.
Yeah. And then you want to retain the bolts because you're going to reuse them. So with the bumper out, the next thing is we need to transplant a lot of the items from the stock bumper to the new one. So the first thing we're going to do is we need to pull out all of the sensors out of it. All right, so to remove the sensor, you pull this white tab out, and then you push down on the white tab, and it should slide right out. We're gonna do that for all of them, but first, let's get this sensor out. So the sensor is in 3 parts. This is the actual sensor itself, then there's one housing and then another housing. So first we take out the sensor, and to do that, what we want to do is I'm pushing with my finger on the sensor from the outside, and I just want to work a small pry tool in here to get these little tabs off of it. And you'll actually feel it come through. That's the sensor. Then this center piece is actually going to slide out the front, and then this rear piece comes out the back. So that's the sensor, the outer part, and the inner part. Now we're going to go Rhino bumper, and it has this temporary, just in case you don't have the sensors, you don't need to have them. But this, we just push through, we don't need that. So the outside part is going to go in, and then the inner part will snap onto it. And then we have our actual sensor that we're going to push through, and it should, you do have to line it up properly with the housing, and you can actually watch it from the other side, and you will see exactly when it's properly aligned and all the way in, just like that.
So it's not a perfect flush fit like it is in
Yeah,
the
so the
factory.
bumper, if you take a look at one of these other ones, there are 2 layers here. There's the outer layer and the inner layer. You're actually installing it on that inner layer. So we're gonna go do that 3 more times. We'll be right back.
So one other thing that you're gonna have to do is the license plate light is right here. So you're gonna have to remove that, just a clip, push down and unplug. And then also, since we're gonna be using this harness, you're gonna go through and remove the ton of Christmas trees that are all over the place, going down the whole rear bumper. All right, we're gonna do that and be right back.
So we have the 4 parking sensors installed. Everything is nice and flush. So with those 4, what you want to do is come around to the other side. We have the wiring harness that we removed, and we're going to connect all of the parking sensors to it. Very tight between these 2. Yeah, it's hard to get around it, but actually it's nice that you don't have a lot of extra slack over here. It's really right up against it. We'll end up going back and removing those Christmas trees that we don't need anymore. Now, may have to come back and disconnect it because we are going to need to rewire this one. This is for the lights, and we'll get to that in just a minute because the next step is we're going to install the license plate bracket. Okay, so the next step is we're going to install the license plate bracket with the supplied hardware. All right, so license plate is on, and the one thing that you still need to have a solution for is lighting it up. I think it's required by code pretty much everywhere. So what I got on Amazon are actually these little lights that double as the top bolts. But the design leaves something to be desired, because actually to change out your license plate, you actually have to take the entire thing out, disconnect it from wherever, feed it through here, then feed the wire through the nut, and tighten that. So probably not a big issue for most people, because let's face it, how often do you really change out your license plate? But I'm actually still have my temporary on this, so I have a permanent coming at some point where I'll have to do that. So I'm not going to do it right now. I'm just going to connect everything. But at some point, what I think I'm going to do is put some kind of temporary connector or some kind of harness to connect these to here. Now, when we unplug this harness, we actually cannot get the other side. The other side is integrated into the original LED. So I'm just going to cut this. Strip them, and I actually don't have enough length here to get there, so I'm just going to use a bit of wire. to extend it. All right, that's connected. Next up, we have the pod lights that we're going to put in. Now that we have the light display hooked up, we're just going to install our pod lights right over here.
And now the other side.
With all the lights installed, we're just going to do some wire management, then we'll be ready to put the bumper back on. All right, bumper's ready to go on. This plate goes right in the frame right there because the bumper's going to come up to it. So we're going to grab the bumper right now, slide it in. So under the Jeep now, we're going to start attaching everything. So on this side where we put that plate, comes with some washers and nuts. Just going to thread that on there. All right, and then from the side, we use the OEM bolts. We're going to thread those through the two holes over here. And there are two of them. One is right above the other. So right up. I can't even try to get it on camera. But you can see the hole right there. Then on the other side, it's threaded over here, so you're just gonna lift the bumper into place, up and in. On the driver's side, you just have these 4 bolts, we're using the factory ones that were in the stock bumper.
I believe that's where the hooks went, right?
Yeah, so this is where the hook was originally. All right, and while we're on the driver's side over here, so we're going to reattach our 2 Christmas trees over here. We're going to attach our harness. That other Christmas tree goes right in here. Bumper's on. The one thing that we left out is this one is not compatible if you have a tow hitch. So I never use mine. I don't plan on towing anything, so I just removed it. But if you have one, probably need to, and you do use it, probably need to pick a different bumper.
Yep.
All right, just gotta reconnect the brake light. All right, that's on. So the last part left for this project is we have our wire coming out for the floodlights that we put in back. So we're gonna run that through the frame all the way forward. And doesn't really look good on video, so we'll be right back.
It's very similar to how I ran through the frames for my reverse lights. I'll put a link up above somewhere. I think I got some footage of that, but yeah, check it out.
All right, so we've pulled our wire through. We're going to strip it. So our ground, we're gonna put these rings on.
While he works in the wire, I'll kind of go over the process of getting the wire here through the frame. So once it drops down from the rear bumper, there's a hole in the frame that you can feed it through, and then you can use either something like a coat hanger and get it through, or if you have a wire fishing thing, you can use that, and then you basically just run it through the whole frame, and you come out right behind the front wheel and go straight up into the engine bay.
Now this one's going on auxiliary 3, so that's the orange and pink wire, the thinner one. All right, so we can then tuck all of these out of the way, and we're just gonna, with a 12mm socket, we're just gonna take this nut off for our ground. We already have one wire grounded here, so we're just gonna put the other one on there. All right, we should be good to go. let's go test everything out and we should be done. So the last little bit of detail, we have our D-rings that we're going to put on here.
And that's it. There we have it. The bumper is installed. We checked all the sensors work, all the lights work. Everything is finally done.
So what's left?
Duck it.
On to the next one.